Hello beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel As Told by Freedom, where we talk about life as told by freedom. In this video we're going to be talking about my hair, and I'm going to show you a little bit about how I maintain my locks. I am very much so a lazy natural who just so happens to have locks, and so it's not going to be anything like really complex, but I guess I just wanted to share my wash day routine with you, and there might be some chit chat about how and why I started my locks in the first place. That's some tea to be spilled in a whole nother video, but we might talk a little bit about it in this one. And yeah, I've never done a video like this before, so please bear with me. My voiceover is going to take over from now, but just I apologize in advance for any lighting issues. I tried to capture some of me actually washing my hair, and we'll see how that goes. But anyways, yes, thanks for watching. Please hit the subscribe button to see more of my content coming soon. And yeah, enjoy, like, and share the video. So the first thing I'm going to do here is just make sure that my locks are completely drenched in that water. It's so easy to think that all of your hair is getting wet, you know, it gets weighted down, but your roots really aren't getting any of that moisture, and so that's what I'm doing. I spend a significant amount of time on this part, guys, because, I mean, honestly, it just feels good, but we want all of that moisture. Now we're going to start with the shampoo. Right now I believe I'm using Cantu shampoo. I'm not really going to say that much about the product except that it does exactly what I need it to do, and as long as my locks come out feeling squeaky clean in the end and I can feel that there's no greasiness or residue from product buildup, then I'm happy with it. So we're just going to focus on those roots. I tend to like, I would get all of my hair all soapy, and then my roots aren't getting a lot of that shampoo, and so even though this video is chopped and screwed, know that at some point it was really soapy, but I put a lot of emphasis on just making sure I get down all the way to the roots. And so here you'll see that I separate my hair into sections. I don't think you see that in detail in this video, but I tend to do that because, again, it can be easy to just wet the shaft of your locks and your hair feels heavy and weighed down, but you're not getting to those roots. And so I like to lift it, separate it, and make sure that water and shampoo is getting everywhere. And I think I got water in my hairs. Yep. And we're just going to keep going. I'm trying to rinse that shampoo out now. And we just want to make sure that all of that product is out. And I spend a lot of time on this part as well because, again, we don't want product buildup. I don't condition my hair. I usually just shampoo and then I will seal with oil afterwards, but just rinse really well. And we are done. Look at that. Body, texture, moisture. Yes, guys, yes. So like I said, I usually seal with oil once I'm done. And that's just pure olive oil that you're seeing me use. I'll put that in the palm of my hands and just rub that into my hair. It works fine for me, guys, and sometimes I'll combine it with like a lavender or coconut oil to ease the smell of the olive oil, but it works. As you can see, we have now jumped in time, and I just want you to see what I've done so far. I've already interlocked the back section of my hair. and I guess I just want you to see the grid. I don't use a comb. I finger part it all, and I kind of just feel my way through, and so far it's been working for me. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. What you're gonna see me do, you're probably gonna see me do about 3 of these here if I remember correctly. And we're gonna start with this first one. And what you will see me do is kind of palm roll the shaft of the lock just to make sure that it's neat, and to make sure that the root's neat before I actually start interlocking. Also, you will notice that I use my fingers to interlock. This time around, at least. Sometimes I use a crochet needle or a hook, but I find that using my fingers is 1, convenient, and 2, you're gonna see me use my pinky to act as a needle to guide the lock through the root. That's what I'm doing right now. But my pinky acts as a guideline for when I should stop. If it cannot fit through the root, then that means I need to stop. And as you probably know, or if you don't know, now you know. Sometimes using a crochet hook or a needle, it can be difficult to know when to stop because that little thing can get through even the tightest spots, and so you force your lock through, and then in the end you've done it too tight and you don't even realize until you have sore spots all over your head. So using my finger is convenient, but it also helps me know when to stop. And just like that, I believe I'm done with this one. And you're gonna see me do this about 2 more times. So if you didn't catch that just now, just keep watching and you'll watch me go through 2 more locks before I speed it up to get to the end. Look at that nuclear flow. I'm proud of myself. Look at that. And here I am with the finger parting. And I know it's not as neat as using a comb, but that's really not that important to me. If it's a special occasion, maybe, sure, but this works fine. So you see, we're still using the same method. I believe I was able to pull through 3 times this go round. And we're gonna get that through, and boom, secure. Now you're going to watch me do this 1 more time. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in for you. I'm just making sure that the lock itself is neat before I begin to interlock it. Pinky through. And you want to bring the lock on in. Pull that through. Maybe we can go 1 more time. Pull that through. And I want to make a note that I try not to work on dry here. I used to do that when I first got my lock started, and not a good idea. Let me just say, not a good idea. If you have natural hair or any kind of curls to your hair, then you probably know by now, working on dry hair is not a good idea. It hurts, and that's one easy way to cause your hair to break. So at this point, we've jumped in time again, and I'm pretty much done with most of my hair. I think I'm finishing 2 more locks off on camera, I guess just to give you another angle. And nothing's changed. We're still going through with the pinky and bringing the lock through. And again, I just feel it out. When my pinky cannot fit through the root anymore, then it's time to stop. Making sure that I'm not going too tight, my scalp isn't sore in the end, and my lock still looks neat and tidy. I've got 1 more to go. And what I'm spraying on my hair, by the way, if you were curious, that's just water in a bottle. That's water and a little bit of olive oil, and I believe that mixture has olive oil and tea tree oil. And sometimes I will add other essential oils to dampen the smell of tea tree, because if you've ever used it, you know it's extremely strong, and it can be kind of potent if you're not used to it. So we are done. Yes, we're just gonna spray, get the roots damp, getting my scalp. Honestly, that just feels good. The mist of that spray feels so refreshing on my scalp. But we're done, guys. Look at that. Yes, and again, I know it's not as neat as if I were to retwist it, or even to use a comb to part through each lock, but I mean, this works for me. It's minimal and it does the job. Boom, all done. I'm going to show you the back real quick. Again, just making sure the parting's right, everything's clean. Look at that. So that is what I do for my wash and interlock / retwist routine. I kind of switch between the 2 methods of just maintaining my hair. But at this point, I'm really learning how to stretch my interlocking sessions, the time in between those sessions, and when I do retwist my hair, if I do that. But that's pretty much how I keep this going. This is what they look like after having done. After having done all of that, this is what my hair looks like. Very simple, and yes, it still has a lot of texture and a lot of frizz, and that's fine. They are also newly combined. I combined my locks on my own, and I can do another video on that if you want to see that. Just tell me in the comments. I mean, did you enjoy this video? Do you enjoy this kind of material? If you want to see more specifically about my locks and my natural hair journey from the big chop to now, let me know down in the comments. And like I said before, subscribe, hit that share button and like it if you enjoyed the content. Thank you for sticking with me, guys. I'll see you in the next one.